Page 19, Get Along Little Dogies. They talked about Dogies up above. You can have fun reading about Dogies. Not doggies, Dogies. 6/8 time. Let's look at the right hand here. The pickup and the first measure. These notes, watch the fingering. 2, gotta reach the little finger. So you're in this position, sort of. Not fun? Yeah. Well, that's what it is. Gets even more interesting. Watch again. And then in the next measure, they want little finger on the A. So you got to scrunch up and get the, and then reach out again for the second line. Thumb on the dotted quarter note, and then go up. Follow their fingering. Little finger on the A on the beginning of the last line. Come down. Then reach up. So there's just a little bit of trickiness here. It's good practice. I like it. This is making you do some things you're going to need later on, and this is really nice. The 6/8 time, remember we've had that. An eighth note gets a count. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's why you get all these dotted quarter notes, because that's worth 3/8 notes. And so it's worth 3. It says first full measure is here. So it works out very well on that case. Now, left hand. Let's look at these notes a little bit, because they're not what you'd expect them to be, not what I expected them to be. It starts out okay with this chord in the first full measure. It's a broken chord, but that's it. It's here. But then in the next measure, it's a 4/1 there, and then a 3, and then here. And then it does it again in the second line, the second measure. So watch out with the left hand. This, you can bring that out a little bit. That's kind of nice. But the melody is the right hand. That's what we want to hear. So it's that. One more little thing to this, just to challenge you a little bit, in case you're not challenged already. Of course, if you're lost and you're struggling, forget this. Although if you're lost and you're struggling, you need to go back and start the book again, and possibly go back to the previous book. It means you're going too fast. But they don't have any phrasing marked in here. You know, music is musical sentences put together. So I'd like to add some phrasing. Now we can do that because it has words. We simply follow the sentences in the words. And so when a sentence in the word ends, that's where we phrase it. So here, the one morning I blah, 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 and as he opened the presents, all the way down to song. That made no sense at all. The point is, the first phrase, in my opinion, is all the first line and the first 2 measures of the second line. Because then you have singing this song, period. That ends a sentence. That ends a phrase. So I would connect all legato, all that. Then before I go on, I would lift up and then back down. Just a little bit of silence in the right hand, not the left, just the right hand. And starting a new sentence. So to do the last 2 measures of the second line, it's that. And then the rest of it is all one sentence too. So I would put in the phrasing, so to speak, to break the phrases on the sentence. How fast you take it is up to you. Moderato is kind of a moderate speed, whatever that is, I have no idea. They don't even give you metronome marking, but there are words, and that gives you a clue. If you're going to sing it, how fast would you sing it? Does it appear to be a happy song or a sad song? Because that'll tell you too. You're not going to sing a sad song really fast. Oh, I don't think. Or a really sad song, or a really happy song really slow. I can't get my stuff straight. Oh well. So you decide. You want it to roll along. For us, Plus, we're going to go real slow because I want to check notes and rhythms. So let's do that. It has a pickup beat, so I'll give us 5 counts, and then we'll come in. So go ahead and put your hands where they go. The right hand, remember, is here. The left hand is here. All right. This does have 1 sharp in it, right? It's in the key of G major. Please go do my scale video on G major. It wouldn't hurt you to go start doing the intermediate level stuff. On the scales, that's 2 octaves up and down. I have the metronome beating 8th notes. So each pulse on the metronome is 1 count. 1, 2, 3, ready, go.